one.
All right, cousin Tone, get your pen and pad ready. It's time to go to school, baby. Our next guest has dedicated his time in the hobby to protecting the sanctity of the all important rookie card. Some would call him a purist. I would call him a crusader sent by the hobby gods to bless us with the lost knowledge of the hobby. So sit up straight and pay attention as we are about to get schooled in the ways of the rookie. Let me introduce you to Mr. Victor Roman Sr., aka the Rookie Card Specialist. Welcome, Victor, to the Cousins Collectibles podcast, baby.
Wow. Yes, sir. Thank you for that. Bravo on that introduction, man. And it is a pleasure and an honor to be on with you guys tonight. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, I am super excited, Victor. Bro, really. What you gonna bring to the table tonight? Like I said, get your pen and pad ready because it's gonna be crazy the knowledge you're about to drop. So, Victor, I know you collected a majority of your life, and I believe you took a brief hiatus. Was it like maybe like 10 years or something like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when you came back, things had changed just a little bit, just a little. And
Yeah.
then your ears kind of perked up, and your eyes opened wide. But we're gonna get into that. But before we do, I just want you to give a brief synopsis of your hobby journey. Who is Victor Roman Sr., the rookie card specialist?
All right. Yeah. I'm originally from Bridgeport, Connecticut. I was born in 1970. I came to Northwest Indiana in 1973. I started collecting. I call it the seed being planted, and that was in 1976 with the ever popular food and beverage issues that were very prevalent with Post cereal, Kellogg's, and the Hostess cakes, right? And so that was kind of my introduction to the hobby, as I was very eager on the days that mom went and got groceries, right? So I was eager to get to those sports cards, but I didn't really understand the concept at such a young age. It wasn't until about uh, 1980, 81, where my dad brought home some packs of sports cards for me, and I would say at that time is when I really became a collector, and it just more and more every year I got into it as I learned more and grew more. Uh, that was just my go-to. And then 1994, I ended up becoming a dealer, and I did that for about 10 years or so. But 2004, the hobby was really changing, kind of like it is today. Started leaving a bad taste in my mouth, and by this time I'm married, focusing on establishing my career. My wife and I, we have 5 kids, and it was just being pulled away to card shows every weekend was just getting harder and harder for us. So I decided at that time to step down. And then in 2014, I was going through a rough season of life, and I ended up talking to a mentor friend of mine, and he basically advised me. He says, Victor, man, I've known you for a long time. He says, all I know you to do is all you do is work. You have What are your hobbies? What is it that you do? And I had no answer for him. And I tried fishing, and I tried golfing, and I tried different things. But then sports, I was reminded of sports cards, right? And that just here I am. I'm back. 2014.
That's good. I know that you I mean, so after diving back, like I said, a lot of things have changed since when you first started to where it is now, and that happened for both of us. After taking the long break from the hobby, things definitely are way different now than they were back then.
Yeah.
So, as you got back in, why did you decide to dedicate such a major part of your collecting life to the rookie card?
Yeah, that's a great question. And it really boils down to, right? I grew up in the era of the 1980s and 90s, right, where uh, uh, there was a big rookie card boom in the 1980s, and rookie cards were all the rage with everybody. And um, I know Beckett Publications, they had established a set of guidelines that really the hobby followed, and the hobby respected, as Beckett was the hobby authority back then. And Beckett Publications, over the course of the years, things changed, and those changes were recorded, and we were kind of advised as to what the standards are. And so The problem that I had with when I came back to 2014 was, as a former rookie card collector, I just wanted to pick up where I left off. And I wanted to collect cards of, Francisco Lindor and Chris Bryant and some of the younger guys. And I go to eBay. I fired up my eBay store again, and or not my eBay store, but my eBay account. Got back into that, and I started shopping. And I started to see uh, listings with rookie card. Everybody saying that it was a rookie card, and you looked at it, and there was 3, 4, sometimes a 5 year span of everything being considered a rookie card. And I'm like, I remember where it was back in 2004. Now, what the heck is going on with this rookie card thing? And then I started to see an MLB RC logo on a lot of the cards, and that piqued my curiosity. And I just started digging and doing my homework and learning a little bit more about that.
I gotcha. So, I mean, before I kick it to Oz, because now there's a couple of things that happen prior to all these, to you coming back that kind of served into, I mean, let's be honest, driving you a little nuts. So,
No, I'm passionate, bro. That's
yeah,
all. It's when I speak, I'm just
yeah,
passionate about what I'm speaking about.
Nothing
And
wrong with that,
it
brother.
comes off a little bit, but I'm a teddy bear, man.
You know what that
yeah,
comes from? I heard you talking that you've been in the union a long time, right? You've been a representative, you've been in
Have.
management as well. So you
Yep.
kind of have that in your blood already.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yep. There's a big part of
Being
it.
able to debate and
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
to the bottom of things.
Right.
sounds like somebody I know. I do a show with a mailman every week that gets a little passionate about certain things, but yeah, that's neither here nor there. I'll let him have the floor now before he gets too passionate about me taking his time.
Nah, brother. It's all good. It's all good. So you're talking about how you came back and all of a sudden everything seems to be a rookie card. Everybody,
Yeah.
depending on the seller, who's doing what, this is the card, that's the card. And for a long time, brother, when I got back into it, which was a few years ago, and I seen everything the way it was, just like you, I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Like I knew a way to collect, and now it's like everybody has a rookie from this set, that set. It didn't matter what. It was just a person on eBay who spoke the loudest, yelled the loudest, said, no, this is this one. And it just
Right.
got real confusing.
Yeah.
And I can totally understand, your vibe when you came back and why you're like, man, let me really dive deep into this. Now, there's a few specific hobby instances that you talk about that were like catalysts to what seems now as like the never ending rookie debate. So talk to us about Darryl Strawberry in 1983 and 84 and Barry Bonds in 86 and 87. Talk about those two instances and what, with the Darryl Strawberry situation with his rookie card and then Barry Bonds.
Yeah. Well, according to my research, guys, and I'll be honest with you, the rookie card wasn't even considered a rookie card prior to like 1976. Before then, it was just considered the first card, right? And it wasn't really as popular as it is today. I mean, it was a thing, but it wasn't as big as it is today. But a group of collectors started going to card shows looking for first cards and asking for first cards. And this group of guys, especially in the Philadelphia areas where this really took off, and it started, people started asking, and it just more and more people started asking for the first card. And really what it was, the 1974, when Hank Aaron broke the record, Babe Ruth's record, there was a big push for Hank Aaron rookie cards. And so that kind of like swept the nation. Everybody was looking for that card. And then the big red machine, the Cincinnati Reds, come along in 1975 and 76, winning World Series. And now everybody's pursuing Pete Rose rookie cards. Well, Pete Rose's rookie card in particular had the word rookie on it, on the card design. And so that really, everybody, the transition from first card and rookie card started happening around 1976. And so this started gaining a lot of momentum within the hobby. Everybody is, or not everybody, but a lot of people were starting to pursue the rookie card. And this momentum just continued to go and go and go. And around 1983, 1984, there was a big rookie card boom that happened, right? Um, But the thing that really was the pivotal moment of it all was, up until 1980, it was only Topps, and then we had Donruss and Fleer won that lawsuit against Topps, and now they're allowed to create cards, right? And a lot of us collectors, we love the competition, right? And we felt like that was a good thing in the hobby, and just the 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 thought is that this competition was for, the designs and who was going to create the most creative set, and but really the competition was more along who was going to be the first company to print the rookie card of certain players, and it was a race to be the first. And so that's what Topps ended up doing. In 1981 they started their traded sets, and that continued in 1983. Daryl Strawberry is featured in the set, and he ends up winning Rookie of the Year. And he entered the league in May of 1983. But there was only that Topps card, and that was it. And so 1984 comes out. Everybody puts a rookie card of Daryl Strawberry in there, but that starts causing ruckus within the hobby. And so a lot of collectors were saying it's the 1984, and others collectors were saying no, 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 the 1983 is his first. And so Beckett Publications, their first monthly episode issue was November of '84, and for 1983 Topps traded for the Daryl Strawberry rookie card. They put RC question mark, pretty much indicating that this is a debatable rookie card, right? It's questionable. And so that sends certain hobbyists through the roof, and other hobbyists were like, Beckett got it right.
Mhm.
And so they issued the 84s as the rookie card. And so over time, Beckett Publications ended up changing it to an XRC identifier, right? Which is an extended rookie card. And a lot of people think that that means an extra rookie card, but it's really here. I'm going to show you guys these sets. You guys remember these, right?
Yeah, the traded sets. Yep.
Yep. And I'm for those on the podcast, I'm showing them a box set of 1981 Topps traded. And if you look in the box here, it says card numbers 727 through 858.
Okay.
Yep.
Right along the bottom. So basically what this means is that this is an extension of the regular set. So there's Top Series 1, Top Series 2, and the extended set, right? And so for the extended sets, they decided to use an XRC identifier. But again, it just, a lot of people didn't agree. There was no unity within the hobby on this topic. In 1984 comes around, Fleer decides to jump in the ring with their traded sets, and they created that Fleer update with the ever popular Roger Clemens rookie card in it. And again, but we have 1985 rookie cards, right? So it just, man, a lot of this going on.
Right.
And then in 1986, the same thing happened with the Barry Bonds. Okay. And the issue got so heated at one point in 1988, Beckett decided to even stop using the XRC identifier, but they were forced to bring it back years later. And so there's just this long history of debate with the XRCs. I call them, there's, I like to call them pre-rookie cards, me personally, but that was the identifier that was given many years ago. I think it was the right call, because then if we don't, then we void out the next year's cards, right? The 1984.
Yeah.
If we go with 83, then the 84s don't mean anything. And so tough decisions had to be made at the time, right?
Right.
And we can look back in hindsight and say, hey, Beckett Publications got it wrong. But I really think that's unfair, because what we have to do is place ourselves in that time period and really look at what the hobby was up against at the time. And tough decisions had to be made. And I respect those decisions, I guess you can say.
Yeah. And Dr. Beckett was a huge influence when it came to that. And I remember you were interviewing him, and he specifically said there was times that he put things in his magazine just to start a fire. You know what I mean? It was like, yeah, I just put that in there just to start discussions. I knew it was gonna get everybody up in arms, but what the hell? I just did it because I could. It was basically what he said. It's like, and it's just crazy to me because the debate could just go on, and that was just 2 or 3 cards. Now I mean, like I said, the cat's out the bag. So try to, I know, Victor, you're on this crusade to try to, the rookie and keep it, sanctified and pure. But it's like nowadays, it's how do you do that, man?
Right.
It was a lot easier back then. And Dr. Beckett basically came out and said, listen, if you don't like what's going on now, go to vintage. If you really want
Yeah.
to be able to collect, the right way, the pure way, the purest, and have the rookie mean what it is, you're gonna have to go back to vintage, because nowadays it's just
It
wild
is.
wild west. It's crazy what's going on out there with 101s and all types of things. So, like, talk to me about the influence that Dr. Beckett has had on you, and on in your quest to try to get the rookie card.
Yeah, he's been a blessing. I know he reached I would listen to his podcast, and he was asking for episode ideas on one time, and he gave out an email address where you can contact him. And man, I was hesitant because this is a pretty deep subject, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I went ahead and I typed up an email, sent it to him as an idea, and I left him a link to my channel, and he ended up contacting me, and he's been a big supporter of what I'm doing, a big encourager, but also, hey, telling me when I'm off my rocker. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
he's kind of, I guess, uh, in I guess I would claim him as a mentor. I don't know if he would claim me as a mentee, but I really have been grateful for the guidance that he's given me, and kind of encouraged me, and that's kind of the biggest thing.
Yeah, he's definitely like a Yoda, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
So it's unbelievable. Like, just listening to you, you think you know something, and then you throw it to Dr. Beckett, and what comes out of his mouth is totally different. Not even in the same hemisphere that you were thinking. You were like, "Holy crap!" Your mind's blown, and it's like, "Wow, I never even thought of it like that."
yeah,
So it's amazing the wealth of knowledge that Dr. Beckett is able to bring, and just being on Hobby Hotline and being able to interact with him is cool. And the interactions that you had with him. So man, Dr. Beckett, bow down, brother. You are the man.
yeah. He is.
Yeah, I watched the interview that you guys did together, that you did with him, and like you said, and even I had talked to him one time. I was on Hobby Hotline with him. It was exactly that. Like, I said whatever I thought, and then he's like digested and just comes at me with some other stuff. I was like, "Pff, man, yeah, I'm just gonna sit back and just listen, man. You just talk, and I'm good. I'm good." So Victor, because of all these debates, and to me, I mean, obviously now it's even worse than what it was. But you put your money where your mouth is, man. You reached out to the MLB Players Association to discuss their designations of these cards. So talk to us about that and what's significant about the year 2005.
Yeah. I'll start with 2005. So as the rookie card evolved through the 90s into 2000s, okay, what was happening in the hobby was there was a lot of people getting frustrated, so much so that it made it to like the Players Association level. And the biggest issue was that we've gone from every year, it seemed, the rookie card, they were printing more and more types of rookie cards, right? In 1996, players had maybe 13. By the time Albert Pujols, Ichiro Suzuki come in, they had like 50 rookie cards. And it's like, we were like, what the heck is going on? And it started, at least for me, it started to become like the hobby is turning into a hobby for millionaires, because the average Joe, there's no way that we can keep up with all of this. And then it just kept going with, even when LeBron James came on board. I mean, LeBron James has 63 rookie cards. If you don't count parallels, he's got 63. Um, and so, you know, by the time 2004 hit, there was like a mass exodus of collectors leaving the hobby. They're just priced out. exhausted from all the product being released. And the PA stepped in and they basically said, um, starting in 2006, we're going to set a set of expectations, and here's how it's going to be. And so they laid that out in what they call, we're hoping to limit the amount of confusion that is out there about the rookie card. So they set some standards in place. A big part of it, speaking with Dr. Beckett, is the PA was putting a lot of pressure on him, that basically what they were trying to tell Dr. Beckett in a nice way was,
Mhm.
we don't want you to make the call of what a rookie card is. We want to make that call. And so the PA came in with an agenda to bring clarity per se, and so they took over in 2006 and basically set the standard for the card manufacturers, that certain things have to be met, like an identifier on the card front. That's like one of them. Um, the big issue was that they were printing cards of prospect players that never even made it to the majors. So one of their stipulations was, you can't create a rookie card until that person actually makes it onto a pro roster. Then you're allowed to make cards. So they set some standards in place that really make sense, that were really legit in my opinion.
Mhm.
But the problem is that card manufacturers, in my opinion now, instead of looking to comply, they started looking for loopholes. And so now we start creating gray area, right? And now we start doing little gimmicks and little shenanigans or mistakes and miscues that really muddy the waters of the rookie card all the more. And that's the first part. The second part of your question was, um,
Oh, when you reached out to the so you actually,
oh
you
yeah,
wrote them an email.
yeah, I
Yeah.
did. I did. I have like, as Oz mentioned, I have some experience, not a ton, but of being a union steward and even a manager. So I'm real familiar with contract negotiations and reading and complying them. And so I reached out to the Players Association and I typed them up an email, basically filing a grievance, I guess you can say, right? Now, I really went into it not expecting an answer, and I still to this day have not had an answer. Now, the reason for that is because they're not under legal obligation to respond to me. I don't have a contract with them or they with me,
Mhm.
so they don't have to. Now, if we did, they would have a certain amount of days, like I believe it's like 30 days or 60 days by law. They would have to respond to my grievance, but I'm not affiliated, so
Yeah.
they don't need to respond to me. So I've never have gotten a response. I plan on reaching out to them yet again, and I'm hoping to get what I want to get my hands on is, like, give us the standards. I don't care what they are. Just show us a legal document, a contract, um, stating what your expectations are. And that's kind of my goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome. When I just heard the concept of it and how you were talking to the audience and like, listen, we're gonna go through this together. We're gonna do this together. I was like, oh, that's pretty dope, man. Now I heard you mentioning the 10 commandments of the rookie card.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what I didn't get the whole breakdown. So what does that mean? Like, is that like just how you feel, or is this like what the hobby considers, like the OGs, what it is to have, a rookie card to be a rookie card?
Yeah. So in 2016, when I decided to tackle this issue head on, I started doing a lot of research, and I mean a lot of research. And I started writing articles on my website on my findings, and my website really, with my articles, became kind of like my platform, a way to, like, me just to like dissect my thoughts and put things on paper per se. Um, and I was researching in one of the forums one time, and I asked a question on rookie cards, and somebody responded back to me, and he says, pick up issue 247 of Beckett Baseball, October of 2005, and it's going to explain to you what went on. And so I picked up that copy, and in there is an article written by Mike Payne, and he was basically at that press conference where the PA gave the expectations, and he wrote an article basically giving the lowdown of what happened at that meeting. So uh, I decided to create a list of the 10 commandments of the rookie card, and I don't mean to be religious or irreligious about that.
Yeah.
That's just a catchy term that I wanted
Yeah.
to grab people's
Yeah.
attention, right? But I created this document, and the first 5 commandments, 1 through 5, are basically the rules that were set by the Players Association in 2005, and still to this day is the guidelines that are expected for the card manufacturers to follow. Those 5 are still in play. Okay. Now, commandments 6 through 10 is what the hobby has deemed as rookie card guidelines over the years. Now, there have been more, but some of them have become obsolete. So the ones that I present to you on 6 through 10 are actually hobby standards that still to this day carry a lot of weight. Now, I know, a lot of that is um, doesn't pertain to like the ultra modern, right? Because card manufacturers are not bound by by the guidelines that the hobby has established.
Right. Right.
They carry no weight to them at all. But commandments 1 through 5, the one that the PA has established, those they're bound to. But
Victor, I find this fascinating because this is one topic that I always talked about when I got back into the hobby, because it's like, to me, it's like collect what you love, collect what you like, how collect however the hell you want. If you want to collect rookie cards, you can collect that. If you want to collect, you know, one set of players or a team or a particular player, whatever, you can do whatever you would like.
Mhm.
But then, you have people that they get up, again, not trying to be blasphemous, but they get up on their pulpit and they say, okay, this is how you should collect. This is the proper way to collect. And anything outside of that, you're basically wasting your time. And I always said to Tony, I was like, bro, who is on top of this Mount hobby? This Mount Olympus, these super collectors that make all these rules, and they're set in stone, almost like the 10 Commandments, and they hand it that, they
Yeah.
bequeath it to the hobby and say, okay, this is how you're supposed to collect. And I always wondered, like, where are these things coming from? Is it just like OG collectors in some room, like some old gangsters that just sit back and come up with these things? Or is it like now that you're talking about the first 5 being actual, the PA Association, and getting those contracts with, how it should be with the card companies, that's pretty dope. I find that intriguing. And but I'm really interested, like, what are the other 5 that the hobby, says is the standard for, rookie collecting, and what a rookie card is?
Right, right. You want me to tell you what
Yeah,
the
if you
5
could,
are?
if you could dive into that real quick,
I
because
got
I
you.
just, like, to me, I like to know, because it's just one of those things, like, it should be common knowledge, but for a lot of people that had come back in, and even the people that have been here a long time, it's almost like it's lore. It's like, oh yeah, you should know, but not a lot of people do know. So what are the 5? Not necessarily what the PA is saying, but what the hobby OGs, what a rookie card is supposed to be.
Yeah, and the way it has been for many
Yeah.
years up until recently. But really, a rookie card must come from the base set, right? So insert cards, subset cards, that really has never been a thing within the hobby. They've been considered like rookie inserts, but we walked through this a long time ago, the hobby, and decisions were made back then. This is kind of the hobby standard. It's a base set. It got to come from the base set. The second one is pack form, nationally distributed. Okay. That also carries a lot of weight amongst collectors. And I don't know, and I don't know if that type of collector, I don't know how many people are left. There might be just a small remnant of people. I haven't been able to put my finger on that. Are we a silent majority or are we a silent minority?
Yeah.
So that much I don't know as of yet. But what's the other one? It must not come from like a food and beverage issue or some type of regional issue. The goal has always been that there should be fair and equal chance at owning said card. That's how come pack form, national distribution was always the standard. When you have little regional sets that were released only in Chicagoland region, that's not fair and equal chance to the hobby, right? And so things like uh, uh, inserts and parallels. Inserts and parallels. Parallels were often rejected back in the day. Now that didn't start changing till like the mid 2000s, and then collectors started to say, "Now wait a minute, no, parallels are legit." And I've even changed my stance on parallels. But it really, if you were to look at the ultra modern hobby and compare it to the old standards, really the only thing that should be a rookie card is the base set, the parallels of those base set cards, image variants, and that's really about it. And the problem that we have today is we put the rookie card logo on absolutely everything,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
a good example, Shohei Otani has 2,870 cards produced of him in 2018, and all of them have an RC logo on them. And I just have a really hard time wrapping my head around that. It's
See,
like, people hobby, are you serious?
yeah.
We're going to accept 2,870 rookie
Yeah.
cards of a player?
See, so
It's
even like even when you said that, where even the standards that the hobby put forth, where it's the base, the parallel, and something else within that, you've already opened the door for debate as to which one is the better rookie card. Which like so basically the way thing and pricing. So now we have the high end stuff that you get people that are automatically priced out.
right,
You don't even have a shot.
right.
So
That
that goes. Go ahead.
that flies in the face of what
Yeah.
the true spirit of the rookie card is, and that is that it should be obtainable to all people. It should be a fair and equal chance at owning that card. Now you want to come out with national treasures at $2,500 a box.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
you're,
many
you're
people have that type of money to go ahead and like you said, it's not available to everyone. So right
right.
off the bat, you're breaking the rules.
It's exclusive to
Right.
a certain set of people, and
Right.
that's,
But
to
then
me,
everybody's saying, hey, that's their rookie card out of out of 99, Luca
yeah,
Mhm.
on card auto with the pack. That's the one.
yeah, yeah.
And nobody can afford it.
And you get a lot of articles and you get a lot of YouTube videos saying these are the 10 best cards of John Morant.
Yeah.
And it's all high end. It's like,
Yeah, yeah, you don't even have a shot. Like and then that kills, I mean, again, it kills the base card. Where the base card is, like you said, if everybody should have a shot, it should be where that's where I think tops the flagship stuff will always kind of hold water. I think, but even though now, I mean, we have the higher end stuff, but um everybody has a shot at it.
right.
Where other products, you don't. I'm not buying a National Treasures box. I'm not buying a Prism box. I
Yeah.
can't. Like I would love to, but
Yeah.
it just
But and even if you did, there's no guarantee you're going to get
correct.
anything anyway. So you could
Yeah.
just spend an absorbent amount of money, and it's gambling. It's gambling. So then that's where breaking comes into play, where I guess that
Yeah.
that can get the regular Joe Schmo in the hobby access to those cards,
Hmm.
Yeah,
which I think is
but then it's like you said, it's still a gamble. There's no,
yeah,
I mean, there's no guarantee at all, even if you buy a box, anyways. But that further, like, just how do you say, like, further aids the gambling aspect to the thing, and for people to have a bad experience, and next thing you know, they're gone because they've lost out on a couple breaks. So
yeah. Victor,
Yeah.
can you settle the debate for me?
Mhm.
86 Fleer or 84 Star Jordan?
Oh man.
Are you able to do that?
Yeah. Yeah. I actually did a video on this topic. Uh, but I'm a firm believer that it's the 86, 87 Fleer. And I just think that, I understand the ultra modern collector wanting to have something rare, and something unique. And that's all cool. And I don't have a problem with that. And there's been this resurrection of 84 Star. Um, Valid. I think it's a fantastic card. But I think to now discount the 86, 87 as that's wrong. It's this one. I think that's really unfair. To just we want to like rewrite history, and I don't think that's fair to collectors who own an 86, 87 Fleer,
Yeah.
who probably have had to make a lot of sacrifice to own that card, and now to disqualify that card because you like this one because it's more rare. I think it's really unfair. And so there are some issues that I have had with the 84 Star Company as I research that. Um, there, to me, it really is disqualified because of the distribution method.
Mhm.
If you look at the legalities of it all, it really, you know, were cards that were created in a basement that were sold out of a back trunk of a car, and that's not that's not how distribution works, you know. And they're just such a small amount. They didn't even come in pack form. They were, you know, released in team set format, that really gave more like a regional feel to them,
Right.
right?
Right.
And again, it just, when it came to the rookie card standards of the day, it just never matched up.
Yeah.
And so
Mhm.
that it never has been considered the rookie card until
Right.
here recently.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's amazing the journey of the 86 Fleer, especially with the boom, how it
Yeah.
went from like $80,000 to almost, I think at one point was it 850,000, maybe
Yep.
nine,
Yeah.
almost $1 million, and now it's dropped back down to anywhere from 100 to 250. A Gem Mint 10, obviously we're talking about.
Right.
Um, and then as soon as that drop came, then all the people that have the star, that own the star cards, are coming out of the woodworks. Oh, I don't even know why you guys are talking about the 86 Fleer. That's not
No.
the rookie. This is the rookie card. So then you
No.
have, it's almost like a pump and dump session coming out, and
Right.
then PSA gets involved and
Yeah.
turn like, and then now it's all of a sudden I'm like, come on, man, this is so predictable. Like, are you guys really serious right now? Like
Right. Right.
literally 2 seconds ago, you guys were hyping up the 86
Right.
Fleer
Right.
Gem Mint 10, and now that's crap, and now this is the one, and
Yeah.
it's so predictable. And but I wanted to hear from a man who actually, this is what you do, rookie cards. I wanted to hear your stance on that. Now, besides that, aside from all the multiple versions of rookie cards, collecting habits, and how everything's evolved and changed, what are some of the bigger changes in the hobby that stick out to you recently?
Well, I think the biggest changes has been like not negative or positive
Either or,
changes,
whatever
either
floats your
or.
boat, Richter.
You know, I'll stay with the positive changes. I think, you know, what the PA established was a good idea. Their thoughts were in the right place, but I think they failed in the area of execution, or keeping accountable that the rules are followed. Right, so they kind of allowed all of this uh, broadness. I call it, it's broad. So they've allowed the definition to be very, very broad, too broad. And I'm one where I don't want the definition of a rookie card to be narrow. I don't want to go back to the 80s and have this narrow definition. That was fine for the day. But I don't think a very broad definition is healthy either. And so that's how I'm looking at it. And I'm wanting, and I'm preaching where the rookie card needs to come under reform once again. It hasn't been established since 2005, and I think we need to come back to the drawing board, and we need to reset the parameters and kind of tighten the belt a little bit, because um, with no accountability, things have just been allowed to be just out there and way too broad. The wild, wild west is what we have now. And we have young collectors coming in that have absolutely no idea. They're absolutely ignorant of the history and the evolution of the rookie card. And to me, they're getting taken to the cleaners. When you look at some of these listings on eBay, and they're pumping them up as rookie cards, and it's like, man, that card got what? How much?
Yeah.
And people are against my message, people who have an agenda, right? And they want me to shut my mouth.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to bring education to the evolution of what the rookie card has been, and I'm just trying to get um, the certain hobbyists to just be aware. And
Yeah.
I want them to understand that not all rookie cards are created equal,
Right.
and we have to have a little bit of knowledge, and collect what you want, buy what you want, but also know what you're getting, right?
Yeah.
And don't get taken to the cleaners, purchasing something that you're thinking is a rookie card when traditionally, some collectors even today will tell you, no, that's not a rookie card.
Yeah. Just offering clarity.
Yeah, yeah. And
Well,
so the obvious question then is, how do we do that, right?
Yeah.
mhm.
Uh, uh, I think it all comes down, number one, education, but number two, reform. Right, there has to be reform, but it can't come from the hobby. And I know a lot of people are against that, but a lot of people want to say, hey, no, the hobby decides, and the hobby decides what a rookie card is. But my thing is, when I look at history, when I look at where we are, where we were yesterday and where we're at today, what exactly is it that we've decided? I don't see that we've decided anything except more rookie card debate.
Yeah.
And so I think it has to come, changes have to come from the legal authority, which is in this case is the Players Association. And my biggest thing that I really enjoy is what ComC has established, and they've really split it up into a pre-rookie card, a rookie card, and a rookie year. And there's a specific designation for each card, and I think drawing those lines of clarity would be fabulous. And I don't think it'll take much for the Players Association to really implement this, because they're doing certain things right. For example, um, prospect cards, they don't have a rookie card emblem on them. And by rights, they shouldn't. So they don't even have to do anything with those. Those are fine just the way they are. The rookie card is fine just the way it is. You know, rookie card parallels are fine just the way they are. The only difference that I would suggest is in the inserts and parallels. And I recommend that let's remove that RC logo and let's replace it with RY,
Okay.
signifying that it's a
Yeah.
rookie year.
That's
It's a
fair.
card that was established in his rookie year. However, it doesn't fall under complete guidelines of what a rookie card really is.
Gotcha.
And so that's all it takes is for them to change that one emblem on the inserts and subsets. And there's those lines of clarity will fall into place naturally. I'm sorry for rambling, but
No,
No,
bro.
that's fine.
Bro, that's not rambling. That's educating, bro. Like right
Yeah.
there, what you just said, that was mind blown. Like, damn,
yeah,
that's really all it takes because, whew, like you said about Shohei Otani, like over 2,000 rookie cards. Like,
yeah,
if you can go ahead and make it, it's about just not making it look. Collecting isn't easy. It used to be where back in the day, okay, you had one or two rookie cards, but now there's so many things going on. But that's what's so thrilling and exciting about it, the thrill of the hunt and getting those cards and being able to pull the rookie cards and things like that. But if you have those specific designations on those cards, it makes it a lot simpler to understand. And for Tony and I, it's like when it comes to baseball, dude, I don't even touch dog. It's like I'm hands off. I don't know what's what. I don't know what,
yeah,
Bowman Chrome. I don't know prospect. I don't know this, that, and the third. I'm just like, yo, you guys have at it. I'll stick to, just collecting Allen Iverson and specific players that I like. So it's like that to me would be awesome just to have that designation.
yep,
Yeah.
yep.
See, now you see why I collect Clemente. It's easy. He has one rookie card. That
Right.
is it. Um, so Victor, let me fire you up real quick because I know you get passionate, as they say.
Yeah, yeah.
So talk to me about the 2022 Mona Lisa rookie card.
Ah, yes. Ridiculous. Let me just start there. Absolutely ridiculous. So Topps decided, I think it was in Topps Gallery, they decided to create a Mona Lisa card and they put an RC logo on it. And I was reading some comments from certain places where, again, some people agreed with that, other people's didn't, right? But it kind of like struck me odd because it's really a novelty card, right? It's not really even.
Yeah.
And I'm not against novelty rookie cards, but to just throw a Mona Lisa in the middle of a set and just put a RC logo on it, to me was just, come on here. And again, here, see, it's not. Did Mona Lisa, was she on a MLB roster this year? Did she debut in the MLB? I mean, what are we doing here, people?
You know. But the
And
thing was that, like you said, I mean, that wasn't even her first card, anyways.
exactly.
So that
And
wasn't
and
even.
so 2011 Heritage has a Mona Lisa. And if you do a little bit of research, you'll find that she has a 1992 Pro Set card. And
Jeez.
and it's like,
Yeah.
and you're gonna put an RC logo on a 2022 tops? Are you kidding me? It's like, to me, it's either, here's what I think has happened. Okay, you had the boomer generation that was around, and
Mhm.
they established those guidelines, right? I think they've all retired, right? And so they've replaced them. They probably downsized, like a lot of companies are, and they're probably hiring some really young interns, probably fresh out of college, and they're putting them in those spots, and they don't have any prior hobby history experience. And so now we have this creative session, and we say, let's put a rookie card logo on the Mona Lisa. It'll be so cool, but it's not a rookie card, not by definition, and it's not even if it was, it's not her first card.
Yeah. Yeah. A little bit of research, people.
Yeah,
They're
I
just
mean, I
slapping.
I like it. I like it, but now I got to get that 19. Was it
Yeah.
92 Pro Set? Now I got to
yeah,
go. You know what I mean? That's probably
Yeah.
something now that I'm gonna go ahead and chase. Now I'm gonna get all three.
With the rainbow.
chase the rainbow. There
There
you
you
go.
go. That's crazy, man. But
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
yeah, absolutely not. Uh, but go ahead, Oz.
So let's dive into your PC, brother, a little bit. So obviously you collect rookie cards, but give us a little more insight into your collection, what it looks like, as well as telling us about the nostalgic card in your PC.
Yeah, I am. I'll be honest with you. My PC is probably going to be boring for a lot of people because
Highly doubt that, brother.
I'm a
Oh,
I'm a
wait. Before you get into your PC,
go ahead,
breaking news, breaking news. Now, this will be old news by the time this releases,
give it to me.
but Puerto Rico is
Come
the
on now.
2023 Kings of the Caribbean as they just knocked off the Dominican Republic.
Nice.
We're dancing some salsa on the mound. There's mofongo being thrown
Échale
around.
salsa.
So yeah, but anyway, like I said, that'll be
Bragging rights. Here we
yes,
come, baby.
That's right.
absolutely. That's that's all we got
They're
is
gonna hear my mouth at the post office tomorrow.
yeah. Like I said, this will be old news by the time this releases, but we definitely had to, step in there and
Right
make
on.
that happen. But Victor, go ahead into the PC, brother.
Yeah. My PC is going to be considered boring to a lot of folks because my preference is base set rookie cards, right? I have vintage. I'm a big Jordan collector, but I also get into ultra modern. To be honest with you, there's a lot of players I like. Tatis to Acuna Jr. to Soto. I love picking up those guys, but I'm not gonna spend the money on parallel cards. It's just not my preference. I'm a base set guy. To me, a base set rookie card is 100% pure traditional rookie card, and that's kind of where but I also like PSA set registries. So a lot of what I do is there's a lot of set registry like Kobe Bryant rookie card set registry. It's like 16 cards showcasing all of his rookie cards come from the base set, and I have a ton of that type of stuff from vintage all the way to ultra modern. As far as nostalgia cards are concerned, there's two of them in my collection that are of the utmost value to me as far as nostalgia. And the first one is my Roberto Clemente rookie card.
Looks nice.
And this one is it's a beautiful 4. It looks a
nice.
lot nicer than a 4 when you look at it in person. But this one, it means a lot to me because my parents are both from Puerto Rico, and I remember just growing up with them. They would always not I shouldn't say always, but on occasion, at the dinner table, they would always tell me stories about Roberto Clemente and watching him play when they were young. And I was big into baseball when I was a kid. And just every time they would tell me those stories, man, I would just, be very attentive. And I loved it. And it just brings back a lot of memories. This guy has a lot of nostalgia factor. The family line. You know, it was passed down to me that he was a hero. He was our people's hero, and when I read about him and did book reports about him, I found that what my parents were saying was true,
Yeah.
and it just held so much weight in my heart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I have a big collection of Clemente, but
That's
his
awesome.
rookie is most favorite. This one also,
Yeah.
and this one is the 1975 Topps Ozzie Smith rookie card.
I was just about to
Um,
mention that one because I
Yeah.
remember you telling that story. But go ahead. That's
Yeah.
a great story, man. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hey,
yeah, yeah,
before you tell that story,
yeah.
um, so basically they won the game, right? Everybody storms the field. They're celebrating,
Uh oh.
and the pitcher looks to have blown out his knee in the celebration.
Oh,
Diaz is
please.
being carted off the field. So before
What?
I just want to ask you, because remember, they got rid of this is wild. There's players crying and everything on the field. They feel
Oh
terrible.
man.
Um, remember they eliminated the there was another celebration that they eliminated because somebody else got hurt the same way. So it's crazy, man, how sports like everybody's all excited and somebody gets hurt and totally kills.
Bro, that you want to talk about national pride,
Yeah,
between
man.
Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic. It doesn't get any bigger than that. And
Yeah,
and I can
Yeah,
understand that celebration. That was always listen, I played
yeah,
sports back in the day, and my biggest fear was doing something stupid like that, hitting the game winning shot or somebody and everybody
yeah,
rushing and jumping on each other and like you said, blowing out your knee,
jeez.
yeah.
celebrating. That
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
very
There's
unacceptable.
one player in particular that it looks like he grabbed him and he was jumping up and down and stuff like that. But
Wow,
yeah, that's wild. But go ahead, Victor, man. With the
brutal.
with Ozzy.
Um, yeah, the 1979 Topps Ozzie Smith rookie card also has a lot of love for me. I have a lot of love for it, I should say, but it's really because I remember a time when I was watching television with my dad. My dad was watching a White Sox game, and I was just playing with my cards on the floor, and I showed this card to my dad. I says, "Dad, look, this guy, he's got sideburns just like you. And if you look at his mustache and his sideburns, it's exactly what my dad had. Even the skin tone was pretty close to my
Wow.
dad's.
Yeah.
And I always thought that this guy looked like my dad. And but I remember my dad saying, yeah, and this was around 1981. And I remember my dad saying, Ozzie Smith is a pretty good ball player, son. You want to take care of that card, right?
Yeah.
And so I remember my Ozzie Smith card went into I had a little cigar box with a bunch of little trinkets in it, and in there was my Ozzie Smith rookie card. And for those reasons, those two cards mean the world to me.
That's awesome.
Love it,
That's
love it.
awesome. That's the favorite part about, man, when you can when the cards have stories attached to them,
Yep.
other than I outbid the guy on eBay. So,
Right.
so all right, man. So we're gonna crown you king of the hobby. So what are some of the edicts that you'd be laying down on the collecting universe if you were to be sitting up on the throne where Oz says where all these
Yeah, yeah,
secret
yeah, yeah.
where all these secret rules are thought of, and then
You're at
they're
the head of
yeah,
Mount Hobby.
yeah,
Wow. Well, yeah, it would be rookie card reform.
yeah,
Rookie card reform is definitely needed, and that would be my top priority. And when I say reform, there's basically, 5 reasons why I think it needs reform. And those who know my material have heard me preach this many a times. But for those who don't know, I'll give you the real short version. I believe the rookie card needs reform because of current eBay listings. I think it needs reform because the industry has no idea what a rookie card is. If you go to every major company and ask them what their company's definition is of a rookie card, you're not going to get a single answer. You're going to get a wide variety of answers, if you even get an answer at all. Not even Beckett Publications will define a rookie card in their publications anymore. And there's just this industry standard that is all over the place. But the rookie card needs reform because the guidelines that have been established are good, but they've been allowed to get too broad, right? We need to tighten up the belt a little bit there.
all right, fair enough.
Uh, the fourth reason I think the rookie card needs reform is because the base rookie card has been devalued. And I just think it is so disrespectful to devalue a base set rookie card and to consider it garbage. Like verbally, we are saying that don't pursue these. These are garbage. How can we say that in a hobby that is established by majority being collectors? I believe there's a large portion of the hobby that is more collector focused than investor focused, and to slap the collectors in the face. But at the same time, that's kind of what's happening, right? And I think we need to maybe go back to putting serial numbers on base set rookie cards. I think would be a good idea. But they need to figure this thing out, and they got to find a way to make the base set rookie card great again, right? Not to quote anybody, but let's make base set
Yeah.
rookies great again.
Love
I
it, love
gotcha.
it.
Or at least we can establish which one is the the true rookie card. But
Right, right. And lastly is uh not all rookie cards are created equal, guys. We have to come to terms that there is that some um have more weight than others, and these, like a rookie debut, or an insert card, a cheap insert card, even, we're those aren't they're not going to carry as much weight as other rookie cards. So
okay,
we need to bring some structure and some boundaries and some guidelines to this thing for it to make sense to everybody.
gotcha. All right, fair enough. Hey, before I kick it over to Oz for the last question, let everybody know where they can find you and your content and everything.
Yeah, I'm either on Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube at true_RCS.
Okay, fair enough.
Mhm.
Oz.
All right, brother. So this is usually our last question. What we try to get is tips and tricks for newer collectors that are coming in, and even for the people that have been here a while that they think they know but really don't know. Like, give some nuggets of wisdom that you can give to these people when they're coming in, and just a good way to try to figure out how to collect and not get in trouble. Buying things that they shouldn't be buying. Like, what tips and tricks would you give to somebody brand new coming in?
Yeah, I would say, because the rookie card is what probably the most popular card in the hobby today, right?
Yeah.
But again, when we look at it historically, and it goes back to this: not all rookie cards are created equal. Um, just know what you're getting yourself into. You do a little bit of homework on what rookie cards really are, and which ones are going to really carry more weight, perhaps long term. And you're gonna don't go so much off of you know what the latest trend is, because trends change, and also people's opinion, it's subjective. It's an opinion to tell me that these are the 10 best, because and you're basing it off of you know current comps is what you're basing that list off of, when all of that can change next month. And so understanding that uh, not all rookie cards are created equal. Do a little bit of homework, get what you want, but also keep in mind that when you go to try to resell that, you may not, you may not get what you're expecting, only because it's typically traditionally not viewed as a real rookie card. So be mindful of that.
Yeah. Words of wisdom. Words of wisdom. Victor, listen, brother.
Mhm.
This was an unbelievable interview, man. Like, you dropped so much wisdom in here. I'm gonna have to come back and listen 3 or 4 times just to get it all, because, like, seriously though, because like what you're doing for the hobby it's awesome. I love your crusade, what you're trying to do, and like I said in the beginning, the sanctity and the purity of the rookie card. It really is what the hobby's about. Everybody wants to chase that hot rookie, and it's been that way for a very long time, and I really appreciate it. Now, I heard you talking about, I don't know if you've done it just yet, but are you looking to write a book? Is that correct?
Yeah, I am. I'm currently on chapter 7. I hope to have a book done by the end of this year,
Awesome.
and I'll let you guys know when I release that book. But
Yes, sir.
I definitely want to put this all this on paper, and get it published. and maybe that we'll see what that does. I don't know how it, how the hobby will respond. I know I do have, on my YouTube channel, those who are subscribed, they're pretty loyal to the crusade as well, and I appreciate your support, guys. But I love talking with you guys because I'm like influencing the influencers. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that if all of us, if you would just give me a chance and hear me out, I can almost guarantee that I can probably, I don't want to say change your mind, but you're going to say, man, I didn't like what you were doing, but now that I'm listening to you, what you're saying kind of does make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm kind of hoping. And I think once it's out there a little bit more, maybe people will pay attention. So we'll see how it all
Yeah.
works out.
And
It
I
may
remember
not.
you nah, but I remember you talking, like you were saying, listen, I have a little bit experience being in management and being in the union, and the people that got things done were the people that were able to relay their message and not come across in a negative fashion, but more so positive, being able to work with those,
Yeah.
and the higher ups would then eventually go ahead and listen to that message. So there's a lot of people out there that have a lot of great ideas, but if they're coming across belligerent or too passionate or just combative, the message gets lost.
Right.
So, I appreciate what you're doing. And I know that you also said when you first started, you were kind of that way. You were like, yo, what the hell's going on here? And I got,
Yeah.
you got up on that pulpit and it was, fire and brimstone. But like
Right.
since
Right.
then, you've kind of calmed down a little bit, but you're still pushing, in a positive manner. And I love everything that you're doing. Can't wait for that book to come out. Definitely when it comes out. Gonna have to get that signed by my man Victor, the rookie card specialist. And Tony, you got anything else you wanted to say?
No, man. Again, just thank you for joining us. It's like I said, the message you're trying to get across. It like that actually, I like that you said that. Where if you take the time to listen to me, because I know if somebody says, "Oh, this guy, he's just a grumpy old man who all he cares about
Right.
is old cards," he might be a grumpy old man, but just listen to him a little bit, because
Yeah.
you're gonna be, because yeah, I know that as a youngster or something like that, I would be like, I don't want to hear what the heck this guy's saying. I'm like, but listen
Right.
to what he's saying. He's trying to make things simpler for everyone. So it's not
Right.
about new cards and old cards, modern, vintage, all that. No, man, it's just a way to streamline things so that you don't get in an argument at the dealer table when you have version 378 of the Shohei card, and he tells you, "Nah, I'm good on that. I'll give you $3 on it."
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
so, but again, brother, appreciate you joining us. And Oz, take us home, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, Victor. Again,
Got
check
it.
out my man, the rookie card specialist. And we're going to end this like we always do. And that's keep focused, keep positive, and keep collecting. Hey, yo, Tone, bring the beat back.